Hey guys, this is our intro to the show. Thanks for listening to All in Our Heads. We really do appreciate however you're listening to us, and we realize as a podcast that maybe iTunes isn't your go-to place to listen to podcasts. So wherever you listen to us, we appreciate it. If you can just share about it. If your listening app allows you to leave comments or rate us, please do us on whatever listening device you do. And if there is no way to rate us, share us with your friends. But we do appreciate everyone listening.
Yes. And I like to promote one of our favorite apps for us to listen to if you're an iPhone user, Laughable.com. It shows all the podcasts I've been on, Mike's been on as a host or guest, and you can look up the same info for thousands of other comedians from around the world. It's a great way to listen to your favorite podcast and to find new shows and comedians you love. So download the Laughable in the App Store today.
Nice. Yeah, it's a great, unfortunately, at this particular moment, they don't have it from my device, but
they will be soon.
It will be soon, but everybody who's listening to us on iPhones or whatever you listen to us, any Apple product, Laughable's the way to go. And this is a good week. This is a good episode this week, right? We talk about the Broads marching.
The march, and we didn't talk much about the inauguration, but more about the Broad March.
Yeah, we let that go. We didn't really address that. Talk about politics, a little bit of politics, a little bit of like let's let the government just be and let's see what happens for a while.
We talk about a new segment that Mike may want to do for himself on the podcast.
Mike mentioned ideas for new segments on the podcast. Yes, I did mention that. We talk about Scientology and religion in general.
Yup.
Right?
Yep. We talk about and then just some quick stories about some weekend gigs.
Yeah. It was a good episode.
Good episode, people. Thanks for listening. Thanks for downloading. And
enjoy the episode.
There you go.
You're listening to All in Our Heads with Joe Fernandez and Mike Gaffney. Please enjoy the show.
Yo. What's up, buddy?
What's up, dude? Hold up. Let me, I don't see you.
I see me. I don't see me, though, on the little screen up there, though. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see what's up. Oh, my bad. Hold on. There we go.
Good?
You see me now?
That's your face, yeah.
Yeah, then we're good.
Nice.
Had a little piece of paper covering the camera.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, somehow, I finally bought into that whole, they can just hack into your computer and look through your camera. So I was like, I'll cover it up.
All right.
I don't know why I bought into it recently, but I just did.
Yeah, I probably should buy into it because the way my computer's situated in my room now, it just shows my whole bed.
Right. Yeah, you should.
So if somebody wants to see a chubby man sleeping at night.
If that's someone's thing.
While his wife angrily looks over him to stab him because he's snoring. She's like, I'm going to kill you some nights. I'm like, cool.
Oh, so you snore bad to her?
Whenever my weight gets to a certain weight, I start snoring.
Yeah.
If I lose weight, I'm starting to lose weight, though. My lost 5 pounds.
Nice.
So, yeah. Felt good.
That's good, man.
And
gotta lose 5 to lose 50.
Yeah, man. That's what they say. That's on the wall at the gym.
It is. Should be.
Should be. It definitely should be.
That's good, though, man. Good.
It is good.
But I'm glad you admitted you snore because, you had that complaint about me snoring at one time.
Hey, listen, I don't like snoring either. When I'm snoring, I don't know I'm snoring.
Right.
I tell my wife, just push me. If I'm on my stomach, I won't snore. It's when I roll onto my back that I become a snorer.
Right.
And, so it's her fault.
That's what it comes down to. It's her fault.
I mean, I've given you the rules. And you choose not to follow. Just broads being broads.
Fucking broads being broads.
What are you going to do? I mean,
Gotta accept it. They're just broads.
They just do broad things. They can't help it. They can't help it. They had their day. They marched with their pussy hats. Did we listen as men? Probably not. I mean, I did. I don't know. I did. I respect women anyway, so I don't need no march.
I don't think they were marching for you to respect them, so I don't think that's what their goal was.
No, but I'm saying I supported them. Like, a lot of people were disrespecting them on Facebook.
No, it was kind of disgusting. It was kind of disgusting.
I wasn't disrespecting them. I love ladies.
Yeah, and I like anybody who, stands for something they believe in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all they were doing. They were just standing stuff for they believe. They just was just basically saying, hey, these things are important to us. Can you please pay attention? That's pretty much what they were doing.
I thought it was nice. I like seeing people get together. And
it's so crazy because, like, some days you'll get people, they'll do a protest and then they'll break some windows and be like, can't fucking protest. These guys, they're animals. Don't let them protest. And then they do peaceful protesting and they still had something wrong with that.
Oh,
so it doesn't matter.
Hold up.
I'm holding up. What the fuck was your hand?
All right, some weird technical thing happened. The last thing I heard was peaceful protest.
And then
it went away. Some shit crashed. They asked me to save. I don't know. Computers being computers.
Fucking computers.
If my computer was a person, it'd probably be a broad. I'm just saying. Little touchy, little needy, little sensitive sometimes.
I was saying though that they complain when protesters like throw shit, and of course, like, it doesn't make sense to protest and break shit, of course. But then there's a peaceful protest like there was on Saturday, and it wasn't really a protest as much as it was like a march, a unity day, basically, is what I kind of considered it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and they had a problem with that. And then I start seeing, like, I'm really starting to realize that I have a lot of extremely, extremely, extremely fucking dumb people in my life. Like, very ignorant, very, very uneducated, uninformed, very simple-minded, very, very closed, simple-minded humans.
Yeah.
And to see them post about these women, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, some of their outfits were silly. Some of their shirts didn't make sense and their signs were stupid. Okay, not everyone is an amazing writer of signs, okay? I've never written a sign ever, but maybe on my first shot, I probably would be not a great sign writer.
No, you're not known for your good signs?
Yeah, I don't think I would have good signs, but who knows? I'd probably get really angry at my signs. Signs will start off
if you
nice.
were a sign maker and salesman, it'd be angry signs.
Yeah, exactly.
Mike's not selling motivational signs.
It might start out like you'll see the first word, like, peace, and then you're like, oh, peace, and then I'll just get angry by the end of the sentence.
No matter what positive sign you make, it's going to end in piece of shit.
Yeah.
Even you piece of shit. Accept things how they are in this world, you piece of shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see. What's other motivational things that might can end in piece of shit?
Let's let go and let God, you piece of shit.
You piece of shit.
Why don't we just let people be people, you piece of shit?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I probably would end a lot of my signs with piece of shit. But I was just watching, my friend, he posts, he's like, since when don't women have equal, how are men and women not equal anymore?
Hold on, I got to pause. Hold on. And we're back. Sorry, people. Stuff happens.
All right. Anyway, let me get back to this point.
I know I keep messing up your political flow, man.
That's all right. It chops up the anger.
That's good.
It's like a release valve. Like, oh, it's boiling over. Got something to do. Then you come back, and then I'm back to relax. I ate a cookie.
Nice.
No, my friend posted, since when are men and women not equal? I'm confused. Seems like women are actually, it seems like the scales have actually tipped in their favor, actually. I'm like, how ignorant is out of a statement to make that women actually have more rights and are benefiting more than men. I mean, listen, are things better than when my mom was a kid? Abso-fucking-lutely. Absolutely.
Right.
But if you can't admit that things are, it's like when people say racism. Oh, racism's over. Now it's all reverse racism. No, racism's done. It's just blacks now making a big deal. Like, if you say that, you're racist. You're just racist. There's no, you can't possibly be looking at through that through open-minded eyes.
Yeah, that's the weird thing about racism now is people, the moment you bring it up, they go, there's the race card you're playing.
Yeah.
Like, like you can no longer, like, it's I you know what? I just don't like people no more. I really, like, both sides are so annoying to me right now. Like, I just can't take this constant public interaction with the political process.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's definitely more because of all the, I mean, just think about it. Like, even when Spicer was fucking giving his how come Trump had the most viewers, he even went over why. YouTube, you streaming all these live videos and all these live interactions to make people instantly watching what's going on with the government and instantly being able to have a comment.
Yeah.
But like, so this person puts that up, and the women I saw commenting on it were like, these fucking ladies going out, you know, one girl was like, they need to get laid. Like, holy shit. How ignorant of a statement is that from a woman?
Yeah, man.
That is just ignorant. And like, I start to realize there's these two women who were commenting, you know what? These girls don't represent me. These are fucking disgusting whores. Don't represent me. One girl said, I was like, what are you talking about? And I realized the two women that were commenting, I've seen them, their whole recovery. They've always been needy, wanting men, wanting relationships, always looking for a boyfriend. And now they both have husbands and children. They don't give a fuck about women's rights anymore because all they wanted was a man to fucking tell them they were worth it. That's all they ever wanted.
Yeah.
So they have it. So anybody who's like, we're not right, we don't have equal rights. Yeah, we do. I get to stay home and take care of my baby. That's all they wanted. So they don't care about reproductive organs or you not be able to get contraceptive or get an abortion. They don't care about that because they have a baby, they have a family, and that's what they wanted.
Right.
They no longer are part of that equation.
And it goes back to the old adage, and my wife agrees with it, nobody hates broads more than other broads.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Nobody.
So true.
Because it said it on Bill Maher this week. You know what Trump won in the election? White women.
Yep.
So there you go. Mm-hmm. They didn't want a woman. They're like, fuck her.
Well, it was. I think a lot of that.
I think a lot of that.
I think it was a lot of that, but I think it was a lot of that because Hillary was like, vote for me because I was a woman. I think they're like, no, I'm not voting for you. No, I'm not actually. You don't get that easy vote just because you're a broad. I think that's how it went.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, my mother never voted Republican. I think she just hated her. She's like, I just don't like her. I just don't like her. I've seen girls in my life that girls don't like other girls in power.
Right.
I've listen. I know it's not even really a power position, but I've seen girls watching a girl weather reporter. Like, who the fuck does she think she is?
Yeah.
Fucking acting all sexy, showing us the nor'easter. Fuck her. Like, they don't even like the weather girl. It's like,
I think women have to admit they're catty and they don't like each other. Mm. I mean, did that play a huge role? Just the simple cattiness of the election. I bet it did play a big role, but I also think a lot of the women had some serious. I don't know. Look, I posted this on Twitter yesterday. I didn't put it on Facebook. I said, I'm not saying all of Trump supporters are racist. That's ignorant to say that. But I am saying all racists were Trump supporters.
Right.
I'm saying like I'm not saying that everyone who voted for fucking Trump was hateful to and racist. Of course not. That's ignorant to even think that.
Right.
And I was talking to this Arabic kid who works in Dunkin' Donuts, nice kid, and he was like, "What do you think?" And he was like seriously sad, and he's like, "What do you think about this guy?" And I was like, "I'm not a fan." He's like, "Oh, I feel so like he was so like I feel bad for the kid." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he was like, I was like, unfortunately, I don't believe Trump created this hate. This hate was there already. This not liking brown people or black people or Arabs was already there. If I walked out in the street right now and was like, I hate black people, someone's gonna be like, me too. Like he was there the whole time. He's just waiting for someone to shout.
Well, because we like to market shit like that. America's a big marketing country, and I even think, I mean, this is my opinion to a degree. Like whether it be Obama being elected or Hillary trying to be elected, I believe liberals, not all liberals, but a lot of them, it's like they want to do that big thing that looks like it's changing the way people are. Like, we have our black president, so racism is really moved forward. It's like, no, you just had a very charismatic man,
right?
Who happened to be black.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, no.
They're like, we want to, because like it's almost like with Hillary, like they wanted to be the first woman more than the qualified woman.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, and like they always try to market it like they want racism. Like they feel like they say it's better, it is better, but it's not.
No.
You know?
No, but I also it's not better, and I think they did hinge a lot on, well, he's a black guy, things are better now. But I also think that a lot of the right racist people, not the right wing, but just racist people in general, once Obama got elected, are like, all right, now the blacks can shut up. Now it's over.
Oh yeah,
they can shut up.
There was some of that too.
Like, what? Like, what are you kidding me? Like, it was on both ends. It was on like this positive thing, like this like fucking Lilith Fair lifestyle. Like, oh, it's all gonna be awesome. It's like, it's not gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
still has to be work to be done.
Yeah, well, it's like that Zach Galifianakis question, and between. Did you see his interview with Obama between two ferns when he goes, "How does it feel being the last black president?" That is so one of the funniest things I've ever heard.
And a lot of the just the general hate and I was talking to somebody today and like they're scared, they don't like the way they feel, they're sad about this whole process, and I'm like, I was sad for a while, but like I'm angry to a point where I'm no longer, I want to call you on it. If I see bullshit, I want to call you on it. I want to try my best to make things better. I do. I don't want to just sit there and go, oh, well, it is what it is. I don't want to do that.
No, I can have a discussion with someone that's rational.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm not going to try and change psychopaths' thinking.
You can't change them.
Somebody, like a friend of mine listens to the podcast, says, I didn't realize you were such a Trump supporter. And I'm like, well, I'm not. I go, I'll start off with telling you, I don't really like anybody. I was like, but for the purposes of my podcast co-host is a liberal. It'll be lame if I just agree with everything he says. I try to make
Bill Maher's panel this week. Like I hate when he has all liberals on because it's like, well, this is going to be a one-sided discussion.
Right. Well, I try to always look on the other side, especially on the podcast.
Right.
And I even do that in my life. It's like, there's insanity on both sides. There's got to be a little bit of truth on both sides. So I really do try to look at it from somebody. If you're a racist person, I'm not looking at it from your side.
Right.
But if you're a person telling me about some like interesting policy that the other side believes in, I'll check it out. But none of this.
Right. There was some kind of like debate on someone's page about healthcare, and I went on and I was in it. I don't know why I chose to engage, but I did. And one guy who was anti-Obamacare, but had so much good things to say. Like, he wasn't so anti-Obamacare where it was like, it's fucking all sucked. He was like, was able to say it. He's paid more money. It's hurting him, but he could see where it makes sense. Like, he was able to break it down. And I was like, this guy, I can listen to this guy. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't like it, but he could say where he sees it makes sense. Like, I can listen to that guy.
Yeah.
That guy makes sense to me. I could be like, you know what? I'm glad you said that. I didn't realize those points. If you're just automatic to the left or to the right, like if you automatically go there and you don't try to at least hear something, I can't.
Nah.
I can't. But I realize that's like with this Kate, that girl, Katie Rich.
Who?
The girl Katie Rich that got fired from Saturday Night.
Yeah, right.
Did you see the joke?
Yeah, I thought it was funny.
Holy fuck! First off, it was funny as shit. Second off, it had said nothing about him being autistic or making fun of him.
Yeah.
It said he would be the first homeschool person to be the homeschool shooting because he hates his parents like we do.
Right.
That's the joke.
Right.
I know people who've done homeschool joke on stage about themselves, saying the same joke about themselves. I've heard it.
Right.
I've heard people go, I was homeschooled. It was almost a school shooting once. No, like there was almost a school shooting in my school. Oh, did I mention I was homeschooled? Like that was the joke.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's a joke about it's just so that kind of thing. You need to stand. Like I'm going to stand up for that. I'm going to stand up against stuff like that, man. Like it's just enough that the right is going to be so loud and obnoxious. Fuck you. I'm going to be loud and obnoxious right back. I'm going to come with facts, and you can yell all day long. And you want to delete me? Delete me, motherfucker, because I don't care anymore. I was quiet for a long time because I didn't want to engage, but fuck you, man. Fuck you.
I think we have a new sign.
Piece of shit.
You piece of shit. I'm gonna chop up this podcast into sellable signs for Mike.
Hey, did anybody say, first off, you know what we'll do in the beginning. I looked at our iTunes. Nobody has commented or rated. None of them.
No.
Nope. Still at 4. We've been from the beginning.
Right. But
So
I'll talk. I guess. Yeah, our numbers shot up again last week. Insane.
that's great, but whoever they're listening, they don't give a fuck about doing it on iTunes. So
No, iTunes is one of our lowest listened to platforms. People are using other things.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think there's actually like 4.
Yeah,
The 4 that
I bet
commented.
they're for the comment.
People
There
do
you
it
go.
on other things. People hate Apple. They're like, I'm not even fucking signing in.
Yeah, I get it. You know why? Every 10 seconds, I got to redo my Apple ID. It's like, I hate Apple too. I hate them going on there for anything.
Yeah, but dude, fucking Indianapolis.
Hey, I'm going there. That's why.
Jacking up our fucking
You know
listeners.
that, right?
What?
I'm going there next month. So I can put on their website. Maybe that's why.
Awesome.
I'm going to Indianapolis on February 9th.
It's so funny how we've because I won't spend a lot of time on this, but what my goal was for the numbers in the podcast exceeded it the first one, and then the episode after that exceeded it even that.
Right. That's awesome.
I'm like, Jesus, this is great. So now I could just chill and just have fun and not worry about stats.
Right,
It's growing. It's growing.
But we put out there things, ideas for the show. I had an idea, and it's like maybe where we both have like the Mike moment and Joe's moment, where you just have a 5-minute rant of your own.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because sometimes if I have a point, like this time, I was talking about the Broads walking, because I'm for Broads walking.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's what they called it. Okay, though.
Broadwalk.
Broadwalk. The Broadwalk.
Pussy Hat Broadwalk.
Pussy Hat Broadwalk, which, that should be on a sign. Pussy Hat Broadwalk.
Yeah.
That's probably why I don't make signs. But when I was talking about it, this time we were like, you had some difficulties, but for the most part, you were like, I was just talking about it, and you were like, yeah, and you were like on board. But sometimes, if you may have a totally different view, and if I'm trying to get a point across, you may take me off the view.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like just to have like a 5-minute thing, like maybe you have something that's you want to talk about for 5 minutes, whether it be, I don't give a fuck what it is. It's your 5-minute time. It's your own time.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll have something to talk about for 5 full minutes.
Well, maybe not 5 minutes.
I like back and forth. I can't just
talk.
talk for 5 minutes, or else I'd have my own podcast.
No, I want you. I'm saying if you had something to say that you said, I'm going to comment on it, but not while you're talking about it.
Oh, so are you trying to tell me I break up your momentum?
No, sometimes, but not all the time. That's not what I'm trying to say, though. That's not what that point was. I thought it would just be like I don't know, man, like Mike's Corner, and you just for 2 minutes just say something. And if you at the end of it go, and talk about it or not talk, I don't give a fuck.
I say you're a better ranter than me. We'll have Mike's Corner every week.
Okay, but what about if Joe wants a corner?
Well, it will be Joe's Occasional Corner.
That's a long name.
I know. Well, it's going to be so rare that we don't have to say it a lot.
It's time for our occasional segment.
I'll make a sound effect to get into it, like some sort of, so we know it's Mike's Corner. What is it called?
Well, yeah. I don't know. I just was throwing it out there as an idea, guy. What the fuck?
All right.
Piece of shit.
Did I interrupt you again? I'm sorry. Carry on with your rant.
No.
Carry on with your Mike Corner.
It's not my Mike Corner. We're not calling it that.
All right. Well,
Should've
then
put any idea.
Mike's table talk, whatever you're doing right now.
I'm not doing anything.
Podcasting.
We put it out there as an idea, and I'm like, I don't know if anybody came in with an idea, but I had an idea about boom. Here's the thing. Most people who listen to me, like if you were to talk to us in general, off the podcast, people would think that I am the dominant guy in the conversation. That is 1,000% not true on this podcast, and I choose to not be the dominant guy. I rather you take it's our thing, but I choose to like not be that. I let you steer it.
Okay.
And so when people listen to it, be like, yeah, Joe does steer it more than you. I'm like, yeah, because I want that. I don't want to steer it. I want Joe to steer it.
Yeah,
you know
I'm professional.
Huh?
I'm professional.
Yeah, professional. However, if there's something I want to say, I want to jump in the driver's seat for 2 minutes. That's what I would say. That's, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I hear what you're saying. And as far as people not interacting, I used to think about that. I'm like, I listen to a lot of podcasts that ask me to do a lot of things, and I do none of it.
Yeah.
Zero. It's like, come on, bro. I just really want to listen to the ride. I got important emails to send. I have like shit I got to do. I'm not.
Absolutely.
Like, how about, here's the deal. I download, you guys come up with ideas.
Yeah.
To entertain me in the gym or
after
whatever
we
I'm
record,
listening.
I forget that I even asked. That's how I get it. Like as soon as we say, all right, take care, I forget that we asked them to interact. So
Yeah.
I get it. I totally get it.
Yeah. So.
But I wasn't sure if you got anything, like anybody gave you a suggestion. Wasn't sure.
No.
Do you have any ideas what to do?
With what?
Like for the next, this isn't the anniversary episode, right?
Well, it's actually the 52nd, which would be a full year.
Right.
But the January 31st is the actual, anniversary. So I guess, is it the first? Yeah, so the next one could be. Well,
the next week is our annual. It's our 1 year anniversary.
Is the 1 year podcast anniversary.
There you go. You're good at signs.
Dude, I'm a sign maker. I'm very good at making marketing materials. I designed a new business card that's pretty good.
Oh, good.
I sent it off to James. He's printing that shit up.
Oh, for you?
For me. And then I have the template if you want to make one for you, because on the back it promotes the podcast to give out to audience members and shit.
Oh, just audience? Yeah, that's audience members.
It shows.
Yeah, no shit. So you said we got a big spike in Indianapolis. I just booked Indianapolis on Friday or Thursday or Friday of last week.
Okay, cool.
So maybe that's why.
Nice. Where in Indianapolis you going?
Crackers.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've heard good stuff about that club. Broad Ripple, is it?
Yeah, Broad Ripple. There's two. There's downtown and Broad Ripple. I'm at Broad Ripple.
Heard it's a really good club.
Yeah, Sean Donnelly was there this past weekend.
Nice.
Yeah, he said it's a good club. He's been there a lot. He said it's a good club. I'll have fun no matter what. I don't care.
So there you go, Indiana. All the listeners, go see Mike Gaffney. And you know what? You don't want to comment on iTunes? Just comment to Mike Gaffney at his show. Be like, hey, all in our heads.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. You don't have to comment. Yeah, you don't have to leave a rating. Just come see me.
Yell it out to him right before his punchlines. He loves that.
All in our heads. I thank you. All in our head. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Ask for Mike's Corner when you're up there. Tell him to do a Mike's Corner live on stage.
It's not Mike's Corner.
I thought that's what it's called, Mike's Corner.
No, I drew it out there as names just to give you an idea, but that's not what it's got to be called.
What are you going to call it?
I don't know. I was throwing it out as an idea. I wasn't saying, hey, guess what? We got a new segment coming to you next week. I was just like, hey, anybody give any ideas? Here's an idea.
All right.
I'm saying not just for the anniversary. So I'm just saying for something to do. It might not even happen every week. but just something to do.
I liked when we used to do shitty memes.
But I did. That's what made me start thinking. Like you said, the memes. I was like, we should do some other stuff. Like there's just a little more. Like we do an hour, sometimes an hour and a half, almost 2 hours of talking. Like if there was, like just say every episode, everybody knew we were going to talk about memes, right?
Right.
That's what we do. All right. Well, it's an hour and a half. Let's wait. Usually about 45 minutes in, they talk about memes. Like then they know.
Yeah. Well,
you know
I don't want to
saying?
do something every week because then I get bored.
Well, you don't want to do
like,
it every week.
Yeah, just when shit happens. I like the flow of our thing.
The flow of our thing. All right.
You know what I mean? You occasionally have a little Mike corner, Joe's occasional corner.
You say Mike corner again?
Mike's corner.
I get
not
it.
my corner,
it.
Mike's corner.
I know what. I get it. I don't want it to. It's not called Mike's corner.
All right.
Not called. Don't even name it.
Why? Let's come up with a name. That's our new segment right now. Come up with a name for Mike's not corner. For not Mike's corner. How about we call it that? This is
Hot Mike.
Now it is time for not Mike's corner.
Very confusing.
Very confusing.
Hot Mike. It's called. It can imply that I'm hot or that the mic is on.
Can it?
Yeah, exactly. We're not naming it, so fucking move on.
All right. We're going to move on from Mike's hot corner. Hot Mike's hot. Hot Mike's hot corner is hot today. He's hot. He's hot. The subjects are hot. The corner's
mic is
hot.
hot.
Get ready for Mike's hot. Hot Mike's hot corner. We're gonna work on a little bits and work.
Yeah, it's tweak. We got to tweak it.
But speaking of memes, because I sent you a meme the other day because we used to make fun of a lot of spiritual memes that almost were like written poorly. It looks like somebody tweaked a real meme into their own.
Right.
But through the 8 years of Obama, I lived through monkey memes with the first lady, total racist. At least that's gone away for a week so far.
Yeah,
I haven't seen any monkey memes. So if we got anything out of a Trump election is the eradication of monkey memes.
Right.
That I could just... Okay, but then this meme came across... I don't even want to share it on... I should share it on the All in Our Heads podcast, but I don't
No,
think
we support.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's a picture of bikers with an American flag. It says, please share to say thank you to the bikers for Trump... To the bikers for Trump for protecting our president and his family. Oh, the bikers. I thought the Secret Service did. So the bikers were there? The Secret Service was like, all right, guys, we're going to take a break today. The bikers are here. Harley bikers are.
I got to think that when the bikers showed up, they added Secret Service. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, shit, there's dirtbag bikers. Get us some more Secret Service here.
Ugh. But, like, people share it.
Yeah, I know.
Like, oh, thanks, bikers. Yeah. Like, are you like? These are grown men. I mean, and the guys that do share it are bikers themselves. So I know they.
Yeah, right.
They got the little Sons of Anarchy fantasy, not realizing I know their whole life. I've known them for over 20 years. You're not Sons of Anarchy. You ain't killing nobody. You ain't running guns.
You don't sell meth.
Like I remember running to a friend that was in a sober bike crew.
Yeah.
And he's like, when Sons of Anarchy first came out, he's like, man, it brings back a lot of memories, man. Does it? I know you. You didn't do that. You became a biker after your criminal days. Like you walked into a meeting with leather that wasn't broken in. You looked like a retard. Yeah. Like there's nothing worse than fresh leather biker.
Yeah.
You're just like, you gotta break that shit in, man. It's like too shiny. There's no creases in it.
Looks like someone took a trip to the Harley store today.
Yeah. It's like, dude, what you were walking around in fucking fuchsia tank tops yesterday. What's with the leather chaps?
It's like the movie Dumb and Dumber when they get the Ferrari and they come out with the ski gear. Like,
yeah,
everything is matching.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. I just when people like act like that's what they did, it bothers the shit out of me. It's like, can't you just be a suburban biker? You got to act like you were in Sons of Anarchy.
Yes.
Because I don't know. every gang show I've seen, you can't really get out of those that easy without dying. It's for life. It's for life. It's not, I'm getting sober now.
Right.
I'm gonna. I promise I won't talk about all the murders we did. I promise. Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna be like, yeah, okay, go do what you gotta do for you. We trust you. We trust you.
Give us a call if you're struggling.
Give us a call if you're struggling. You know, if the cops ask you, you know, don't say nothing. No.
I went on. When you said that, I went on I typed in memes in the Facebook search, and they have all the latest memes. I was just reading. There's so many meme pages and sites.
Yeah.
On Facebook, I was just reading some of them. There's so many insane. There's so many of the people share, and they try to make you think that you came up. They came up with that. You know what I'm saying? They put a picture of a guy, and they have a spiritual, you could see, they try to act like this is an existing meme, but it really is just them trying to get their point across. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? They created a meme, but they try to act like it was something they found.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just as long as guys know that I'm a special princess, they need to know they're never going to find anybody like me. It's whoa, you made that. That's not an existing quote.
Yeah.
That's directed at the guy who broke up with you last month.
There's somebody I know makes their own memes, but he's a psychopath that would probably kill me late at night. So I'm not even going to bring him up on the podcast. But you're just you're I'm not even. I only stay friends with him on Facebook because I feel he'll kill me if I unfriend him.
Right.
He'll be like, "Oh, you unfriended me," and then I have to watch my back when I'm walking home every night.
Car's on fire.
My aunt Lisa shares a lot of memes. Let's go check her out. Aunt Lisa, I don't know if you listen, but we're going to read some of your memes and make fun of you. You're probably one of the Florida listeners. First off, while we're on the topic of memes, what's this new thing with people on Facebook with the colored square with words on it? It's like a status. And how they doing that? What are they doing?
Well, I do it from my phone. I get a choice. So there's colored bubbles pop underneath my status. I haven't hit one of those. I guess that's what it is.
It must be Android people.
But it's so it looks like a colored meme, and I saw it just a few minutes ago, and it was Jimmy called from Devil's Island. I guess he's in the Marines or whatever. And I was that's all it said. It was Jimmy called from the Marines. I was that's a meme?
I thought my aunt would be a good source, but she actually posted something that I kind of like. I'm kind of into them. It's so weird.
Just reshared it on our wall.
She's never underestimate the therapeutic power of driving and listening to very loud music. I'm fuck, it ain't right. That is a great meme, and I do that every day. Now, this one doesn't have an author.
Okay.
But it has quotes. So we can always seek and see if this author goes, falling in love is easy. Having sex is easier. But bumping into someone that can spark your soul, that shit is rare.
That is not a quote.
Now, the word shit made me think it's not an eloquent,
I gotta think Aunt Lisa created her own quote that's not going to ever catch on.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, or this one. I don't hold grudges. You become irrelevant. But that's labeled with @Rebel Circus. So.
Okay. Did you see my quote yesterday?
No.
I made that up. Yeah, you liked it.
Which one? Well,
being uneducated isn't entirely your fault. Being uninformed is.
Yeah, but you made that up, right?
I made that up.
I know.
I didn't put quotes around it.
Okay, when you said quote, I'm thinking meme quote. That's why I wasn't.
I made that up, but I didn't put it. I put it in a meme.
You should have put Mike Gaffney under that.
I was going to. But I'm well, that's a little much.
Yeah.
Now, some of the memes that the spiritual people share in the program. It's did you see the page 13 step memes? That's fun.
Oh no.
13 step memes is the page on Facebook. And I'm going to read some. While you're looking, I'm going to look.
Yeah, she, I don't know. She has all these great memes that I'm starting to get inspired by. So I'm just going to find somebody else's page. Shitty memes. I don't know. I was talking to somebody the other day. Like whenever somebody's like memeing about grinding and success and like constantly,
right.
you're like, you're definitely not successful because successful people don't seek out grinding memes.
Here's a funny one that I like. That's funny. It's Liam Neeson, I guess, in what is it, Taken?
Uh-huh.
It's his face on the phone, and it said, "I saw you yesterday at a meeting, and I got your number off a phone list. I'm just wondering why you haven't accepted my Facebook friend request."
Those are creepy memes.
Yeah.
I can't take it, man. I don't know. Do you think you could ever like give up, like if you weren't a comedian because you use it for promotional purposes, but you think if you were a regular person you could stand to be on social media?
Well, yeah, I don't know because I don't take it as I'm not trying to take all the shit that's anti my belief system personal, but I like being on it to kind of see what retards talk about.
Right. Well, the thing is, though, it's like because we're comedians, we're friends with people that we don't know.
Right.
That post insanity.
I don't like the fact that a lot of people I do know think and feel the way they think and feel. And like, you know, everyone's like, oh, opinions. Everybody has their own opinions. Like opinions, I'm totally for you have an opinion. But if you're going to make an argument or shout from the top of the rooftop about opinions, you should have a little fact behind your opinion, not just spew words. And then when someone challenges you on the words, like, that's just my opinion. Like, no. You don't get
typical liberal bullshit.
Yeah. It's like, no. I'm just asking, like the person who shared the thing about the woman, why women are perfectly fine. Their rights are fine. It's actually tipped in their favor. Another one of our friends who's very smart came in and was like, no, actually, women make 20% less than us. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he went over a whole bunch of facts.
Yeah.
And then some guy came on and was like, you get paid with what you're worth. If your company doesn't think you're worth it, then that's what you get paid. Like, now, women are doing the same job as men, maybe even better at the same exact position and getting less because they're women, not because they're valued less. They actually are valued more in some positions, but they're paid less because that's just the standard.
Yeah. They're valued more in some positions, like what? Dancers?
Listen.
Waitresses?
Are you giving me a retard stance?
No, just trying to think. Where are they valued more?
I'm saying if you're in a you're in a company and there's fucking two people are doing the accounting work. She may be really good and her male counterpart isn't as good. He's good, but he's not as good. So in that company, in that position, she's valued more than the guy she's working against. That's what I mean.
Right.
Okay? And the guy she's working with. Her job values her more because she's producing more. She's a better accountant, okay, in that position. But she will still make less than the guy. That's what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying there's jobs out there that women are valued more than men. There are probably. I'm not going to go through them.
No, yeah, I was just,
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying. I'm saying in general, if you're doing your job and the person next to you is a woman and she's doing just as good a job, you both are doing really good jobs, but she just produces a little better, then your company's going to value her more but pay her less.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
All right. Well, that's been Mike's Hot Corner Part 2.
Fucking shut up. That's not going to be the way you get out of every argument. I just gave you a loophole. Okay, that's Mike's Hot Corner, Hot Mike. Like, wait, no. But we were talking about memes is what we were talking about.
Yeah,
we
so people send us shitty
Facebook,
memes.
not Facebook.
Facebook being like just draining. No, I don't find it draining for me, but like
It is sometimes.
Like I try and post a joke whenever I think of one, But if I just scrolling through, I'm like, it's just disgusting. Like some people are just so. It's just lately. So I made my own user groups of family and close friends. So like I click that and I go, okay, let me see what my nieces and my and then I go and I have like you guys, like all my comedy friends. I'm like, because I know you guys aren't racist, and I'm just, the ones in my group, the ones I added to the specific group are people that don't post racist stuff. Who I think are funny comedy writers. So I can see everything they're writing in one swoop. Instead of going to each individual page. It's like, oh, this is what Ken wrote because he writes funny jokes. This is what Mike wrote. This is what Ritu wrote. It's in one group.
Right.
I don't have to sift through monkey memes to get to you guys.
Right.
or currently, I don't have to sift through pictures of Donald Trump on an iron throne saying, God bless our leader. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with people?
Somebody posted a comment on somebody's page. Somebody put some status up, and then someone posted, like, on the status, a picture of the Nazi symbol. The guy said, hey, we should wear these. And it's a Nazi symbol, but like it's like shaped with LOLs, like LOLs make the symbol. I'm like, and that guy was real. Meaning he likes that picture.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
But even like liberal friends of mine, like not even political discussions. Like I have this one friend who's like an ultra liberal and always shitting on how fucked up people are, like how fucked up Trump is. And then the other day he posted something about Tom Brady's better than Joe Montana. Now I don't care. I've always liked Tom Brady. But at that time, somebody posted a meme of Montana with all his stats compared to Brady's stats.
Right.
Super Bowl and saying like, yo, Tom Brady's better. That's cute. So I put on his thing, I go, I don't know the accuracy of this, but this was in my feed. And I posted it under his thing saying that Brady was better. And then he just proceeded to he's like, just got angry with me and then says, yeah, Joe Fernandez, I have a friend that says you blew him.
What does that mean?
I know, so I didn't know what to put. I go, can you narrow it down?
For money or for free?
Yeah, I mean. And then he goes, oh, I'm sorry, it was two friends you blew. I'm like, Jesus, I can't escape my past. Like, I just had to try and. But I'm like, what? I was like, you're angry at everything.
Right. Yeah.
Because, like, he's that type of arguer that just calls people stupid and. It's like, oh, yeah, you're just the most informed person ever. You know everything.
Right.
You just. Everything you read, totally right.
Yeah.
Of course it's right. You read it. You make things right by reading them. That's how intelligent you are. You can take something totally false.
Right.
But you read it.
And that
gotta be true. Gotta be true, you dumb, miserable. But then I see people miserable like that, and you're just like, what? They live in that.
No,
that's their life. So I feel bad for them. Just like I have a new friend.
Misery doesn't have misery isn't. Republicans don't corner the market on miserable humans. They're all over the place. Like I see a lot of my friends who I like, but like everything they post, like, oh, good Lord.
Then there's this kid I went to high school with. He must have gotten a detox recently because he's disappeared from Facebook for a while. And he's back this week with drunken rants all in capital letters. With like racism and just capital letters, misspellings.
Yeah.
I think I showed you his Facebook page one time. He has like promo shots of him in a big long leather trench coat by dangerous like no trespassing signs and on train tracks. Like, whoa, dangerous guy right here. Whoa, man. You're a dangerous guy. Serious face, no trespassing sign. But yeah, he's been wide awake. I'm like, oh shit. He's either been doing good and just relapsed because I mean he was silent. Now it's just like
right.
Fucking Obama, fucking stuck on cap locks. Fucking,
we talked about it last week. Like you were like he's done nothing up at that point, right? Like whatever the president-elect at the time. Now he's president. No, now it's official. now, like I was talking to somebody, I'm like, just pick your bat. Like to me, like pick things that are important to you. Stand up for them, stick up for them, talk about them, read about them, stay on top of them. You know, if you feel like just let the government go forward. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let the government go forward, and if things, just stay on top of the things that are important to you, and either things are going to look good at the end, or they're going to crash and burn. One of the two things are going to happen. On the things that are important to you, is the country going to go in sync? I don't think so. I think there's too many things in place to not let that happen. But I also think that some of the egos in government and in power, if things start going down, won't admit it. They won't let themselves say, hey, we need to right this fucking ship. We're crashing and burning.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody blames the prior people.
Yeah. So I just think just let it go. Let it I really, if I had to pick, I don't even hate Donald Trump as much as I hate Kellyanne Conway.
Yeah.
I hate her so much. She is such a liar. Just looks at you and like her condescending. Come on, what are you talking about? Like, that's not a big deal. Like everything she does is like a smirk and a laugh, like about anything. If you called her out on like, hey, can you just say Trump said this? Come on, give me a break. Try to point out these things. It's like she acts like that because she knows most of his supporters are like that. Like that's fucking get the fuck out of here with that shit. Like that's his supporters, so they know how to talk to his supporters. And a guy like you, if you wanted to make a good point, you're gonna get. She's just gonna laugh at your face.
Yeah, and she's aging poor. She's getting stressed out from this job. She's starting to look like turkey jerky. She reminds me of. She's very like. She's getting a lot of wrinkles, and she's like kind of like a not full tan.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think of turkey jerky when I see her.
But unfortunately, I don't know her. Like, I know she's been around a while in the political, scene. I wish I can maybe go back on some videos of her talking way before Trump existed. And I just want to see what her personal stance was on a lot of things in life, because there's no way you can believe some of the stuff that's coming out of your own mouth. You can't even believe it. You can't say you're all right with it. Like, come on. Well, he said things that weren't true. Come on. He was, you know what? He was just picking with alternative facts. Like, what the fuck does that even mean?
Listen, it's like what I was saying today, like that to somebody that fucking press secretary that came out and came up with the alternate facts line.
Yeah.
Like that's the worst job in the world, press secretary. You just going out telling them what they told you to tell them. Mm-hmm. And
I know.
They just gotta. It's just like they're working for their boss, and he's an insane person, so they got to say outlandish shit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I know. That's what I'm saying is like he might be behind it, but a person like Kellyanne Conway, even if she knew the hard truth, like this, I'm not saying, say something really bad happened, she's not going to give us the real thing. She's going to lie and just tell all the right supporters the lie that she wants to, and anybody who questions the lie, she's going to laugh off and call them fucking dumb. Come on, you're being overreactive. And all the right people will be like, yeah, what the fuck, liberal pricks, you're being overreactive. Like, because they said it.
Right.
Like when she was on Bill Maher, like last year, and he was talking about lies, right? And he's like, well, he lied. And she's like, what do you mean? He's like, can I just ask you about five lies? And he gives her one line. She's like, come on, Bill, you're cherry picking. What? No, I'm just picking lies. Right. I'm cherry picking lies. So why is this? Why did he say this? It's not fair to do that, Bill. It's not fair to do that. You're just trying to, cherry pick lies. Like, yeah, got it. I got it. I'm just picking a few lies. Why did he do this, though? He said this lie. She never addressed it. She never would say it was a lie or not a lie. And that's her job. But her job makes me infuriated because she's lying right to us. Like not avoiding, like when Spicer was asked yesterday by somebody in the press, what was the question? She was like, what is the number for unemployment? What's the number? What are we starting with? because Trump in his campaign said we were at 42% unemployment rate. 42% of America is unemployed, according to Trump's numbers during the election. 42%. That's almost half of the country isn't working. Do you know how this place would be a vast land of death if almost half of the country wasn't working?
Yeah.
How would restaurants stay open? How would clothing stores stay open? How would the mall stay open if only 50% of the people had an income? And the top 10% are so rich they don't even shop at your fucking Starbucks. How would these stores stay in business if half the world wasn't working, half the country wasn't working? So the number, he said, she goes, that's what the number was given. What is your actual starting number? You know what? For years we had numbers. We're not going to be doing stats anymore. That's the problem. That's what happened to this country. American people, we don't see faces. We don't see people struggling to work and pay their bills. And some guy works 3 jobs just to pay his bill. Well, then he's not unemployed. I'm asking you the unemployment numbers. What's the unemployment numbers? We're not giving numbers. He just kept saying that. We're not going to be doing numbers right now because the American people don't care about numbers. They care about putting food on their table.
Yeah.
Cool. Obama started 8 years ago. You gave him a number. Right? He had a number. See this number? You got to get it lower. He did. What is the starting number for you so we know how to keep track of what you're doing? Oh, we're not doing numbers.
Yeah.
That's what he said. And no one would, someone in one of the news channels said the way the press room used to work is other reporters would not allow you to get away with it. Other reporters would go, well, I'm going to do a follow-up question and I'll get it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Other reporters weren't trying to end the dialogue. They were trying to make you answer questions. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So if you ask, hey, what color's your shirt? You go, no, I'm not going to. Yeah, we're not talking about colors today. And the next guy's like, so is it a blue shirt? You know what I mean? No, we're not doing colors today. Just real clear. That's not a red shirt, is it? You know what I mean? They would just keep asking until we get the answer. But in that press corps, they kept picking people that would take the question from where you were almost on a hot topic and steer it another way.
Yeah.
Those are the things, those kind of blatant lies make me very angry.
And I think we need to disengage a little bit.
Right.
That's what I think. Politics is taking over too much of everything. Listen, we vote our representatives, and they're supposed to have these fights. Right. We're not supposed to be, because we don't have a voice. Our voice is at the voting booth. Our rants on Facebook, our rants on fucking. It's like why we're just working ourselves up.
Right.
We just work ourselves up. It's nothing. It's just getting mad for nothing.
Right.
I'm just angry. I'm angry because if you don't want to join government, then you just vote. That's how you do change.
Yeah, you have two choices.
Because I think it's just because what the fuck? It's a fucking mouse wheel. That's what I'm talking about with Facebook. We're fucking arguing back and forth. I know I'm never going to change nobody's mind. No one's going to change my mind.
That's why I don't try to change.
These people are never going to tell us the truth on either side. No. On either side. That's why, every side thinks their side's truthful.
Right.
And I that's why I try to be more like my wife, she's like, whatever, man. They're taking care of that. I got to get up, do my shit every day.
Well, which is true.
I'll worry when I need to worry.
I'm also not the kind of guy that thinks both sides were full of shit at the same degree. I don't.
No, I know, but I'm just trying to I don't want to it's like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, you're right. On some issues, though, I do give a fuck.
No, you could give a fuck.
Right.
But why work yourself up about it?
No, 100%. I realized that yesterday.
Who gives a fuck if Kellyanne Conway's a fucking Nimrod?
No, she's a lying C-word.
No, yeah, I know, but why get worked up about it? Who gives a shit? She don't think about you.
Yeah, no, that's. But I was saying it. I meant it to say that she's the only person that riles me up so angrily. Whenever she talked, even that guy Spicer, I get, he looks. They put up the biggest goon. He's just like, hi. He was like a fucking moron. You know what I mean? They would just put the moron out there.
That's a thankless job. Every press secretary lasts about a year, maybe 2.
But
I just created a stat that has no foundation. I just put that out there. It sounded great. I do know they have short-lived careers, but I just threw 1-2 years out because why not? If everybody else is lying about facts, why can't I? Hashtag fake news. Hashtag alternate facts. The All in Your Head podcast. This was Joe. This was Joe's micro other corner. Micro. It was a small one. It was a small one. It wasn't a full rant. Mike's on his. He's about to go on his fourth Mike hot corner.
So I was watching the news yesterday, and I wasn't kidding. I was just. It was for the first day, his first full day. I just wanted to watch what was happening, But today, I didn't put TV on.
Oh, sorry.
I didn't put TV on. I didn't go on any news site. I didn't want to know. So I was on Twitter and somebody tweeted something about the $221 million to Palestine. I was like, let me just see what they're talking about. Then I read what they were talking about, and I was like, okay, I see that. And then someone else said, was talking about, executive orders about abortion, and I'm like, well, if you read into it, when the opposite team takes over, they do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like when Bush took over,
the headline. They love the headline. Trump makes abortion illegal. You're like,
right.
What?
It's the same. I mean, when Bush took over, he signed the same thing. When Obama took over, he signed against it. Now Trump took over. They say it's been happening for 20 years. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so I saw that. I'm like, well, I'm not feeding into that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I get informed. People were talking about how the website had climate change and LGBT stuff taken off, right? If you go to a White House website. But if you also look, what they do is it's on the Obama's White House website because those policies and those views aren't the new administration's views. So they're going to write their own views on LGBT and climate change. So they can't have the old president's views on
But everybody makes a story out of nothing.
But I try to go, let me just look. I like to look. I like to know a little bit. I'm like, that's nothing.
I don't mind people being informed.
Yeah.
I don't mind people re-informing me. It's like I can go inform myself. I don't need you to continually inform me.
Right.
Enough informing me. I'm done. I already have the news informing me, whatever I read informing me. Send me your pet pics. I want to see your kid punch his fist into a birthday cake. I want to anything. Just stop informing me.
Listen, I'm 100% for not talking about politics. I'm 100% for it. I actually even mentally and emotionally at ease. I got a little angry at the way the people treated the girls on Saturday, but other than that, I don't give a fuck. I really am mentally at ease because we're in it. It's like when I get on an airplane, right?
Yeah.
I'm scared to death on takeoff.
Mm-hmm.
Once we start cruising, I don't even think about it anymore. My anxiety is shut down because we're in it. What are we going to do? We're in the fucking airplane. It's up in the air. Can't do nothing about it right now. We're up in the air. Right. So I'm flying and I'm enjoying. So right now, this is how I feel about the presidency. We're flying. Nothing you can do about it.
We're flying. Xenu has control over it.
Huh?
Xenu has control over everything. So.
Who the fuck is Xenu?
It's the Scientology god.
Oh, that's right. There's something. I was watching. Have you seen that Leah Remini special?
I saw the other one, the big documentary, Going Clear or something.
Yeah,
it was kind of boring.
Leah one. Leah's because she was in it her whole life.
Yeah.
And now she's out, and a lot of the big wigs are out, and they were talking. They're talking about it. So it's an expose on it, and her talking to people who were affected by it.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is that 7 episodes in, and they're talking to these families that are made to disconnect. That's the biggest thing Leah's talking about. Like when you realize that you don't want to be a part of Scientology, you are on a list of a suppressor. You're not a good person, right?
Yeah.
And then you are disconnected from your family. So if say you and Kerry were Scientologists, and Justin was too, and you two decide to get out of Scientology, and Justin wanted to stay in, he has to denounce you. You can't be a part of your life.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what her thing is about. Well, my problem
some other religions do that too. It just doesn't get the press.
My problem with it is how are you? I get that you were suckered in and you believed this. How did the first mention of aliens not say to you, what? How do you go any further past aliens?
Wait. I'm going to read you about Xenu real quick, and you're telling me this is unbelievable?
Yeah.
Right? We all heard the
No.
Jesus story, but Xenu, the dictator of the Galactic Confederacy, who 75 million years ago brought billions of his people to Earth.
It's a trailer for the new.
Then known as T-Geek, in a DC-8-like spacecraft, stacked them around volcanoes and killed them with hydrogen bombs. Are you telling me that's implausible? Are you telling me you don't believe?
So that's what I have a problem with.
You know, this is... Yeah, I mean... I don't see what there's not to believe. This has been Joe's Micro Hot Mic Corner.
All right. Drop the hot mic corner. Listen, no, what I'm saying is like Leah Remini was like talking about how she was made to believe that, like, you know, they helped charities. They're like all her money went to helping poor people and building fucking camps and all this stuff. And she was like, you know, my life was a lie because they were lying. They kept all the money. But wait a minute. You didn't think your life was a lie when they told you a fucking alien dropped people into a volcano? You didn't think it was then? What? And they still haven't mentioned that. Like, they never talk about the alien portion of it. They just talk about being disconnected from your family. Like, I want to be disconnected from you for believing in aliens.
Think about how desperate though actors are to really try and get roles. They may be like, all right, maybe this is my way in.
No, they're not actors. She's not in, but no, it's just her. She's the only actor. All the rest are regular people.
What, Scientology?
No, the people she's interviewing for this documentary are all regular people.
Yeah,
the ones who got disconnected.
Well,
you know,
you're obviously a person that's in shit position in life to need that.
Oh, but these people, some of them have been in since they're like 18, 19 years old, and like they wanted something. They talked to. Look,
you think it's more? You think it's more bizarre than any religious?
No, not at all. But when you come to the alien portion, fuck yeah, it's bizarre.
But zombie Jesus?
No, Jesus is a human. I don't believe in it.
But the zombie one, the zombie version, the come back from the dead, Jesus.
That's not a Walking Dead version of zombie.
I thought he came back to life. That's why he's like. That's why he's the shit.
That's their story. Yeah, he walked on water. He ascended to heaven. Yeah, all these. It's hard to believe as well. I don't buy it either. But fucking,
or hard to believe that he was even white.
Heathens. What?
Hard to believe that he was white growing up in Africa and shit.
Yeah, he wasn't. But I believe that he was a person. I believe he was there. He was probably a prophet. He probably believed in some spiritual shit that also was made up that he didn't know was made up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He spewed shit that was made up to him.
Did you ever see Religulous, though?
With
the Bill Maher documentary?
I didn't.
You should watch Religulous. Because that same Jesus story is told in other religions with the same date of birth, the same death, everything.
Right.
It's a story that preceded Jesus.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
It's just
so you're saying that he probably isn't real either.
Right.
It's made up. Yeah. Probably. I don't care at all.
There's no evidence of Jesus existing.
No. Yeah, I know. I don't believe it. But it is way more plausible than an alien.
No, it's not more plausible.
It is to me.
The ark is plausible. The whole Bible ark.
Man, you're going off on some Jesus, the dude Jesus being around.
So you think Jesus is more plausible than Xenu?
Oh my God, yeah. A guy who was spreading love and care for people and talking about following God, yeah, way more believable than an alien ship bringing people and dropping them in volcanoes. Sorry. Way more. However, all bullshit, but I don't get how when you're a sane person and someone says you're going to do this clearing, which that's how you get pulled into Scientology. They talk about clearing or talking about, like this, like it's almost like therapy. Like that's what was it?
Dianetics by L. Ron Hubbard. I remember that commercial when I was a kid. By Dianetics by L. Ron Hubbard.
Yeah. No, absolutely. But that book was supposed to be teaching you it was like this ultimate self-help, how to clear yourself from all this old way of thinking and be a new person. That's a healthy way. If I talk to you, like that's what we do here at this religion, you may go, oh, okay, that sounds like healthy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, so
Right.
I'm going to do some therapy and get better. Yeah. And then we're going to help people. Oh, I could do that.
Mm-hmm.
But then you start showing me the bridge to total fucking spiritual clearness, and you mention a fucking alien. I
Yeah.
got to be like, whoa,
Yeah, because you
whoa,
learn
whoa.
about Xenu in the upper classes of Scientology.
Yeah, I got to. But when I get there, I got to be like Battlestar Galactica. What was it? The guy, the what? He did what with a shit? Now I'm out.
Well, because they probably ran out of shit to tell you. You know, it's like you've been living a good life up till you found out about Xenu, right? We've done our part. You're here for
Yeah.
comfort.
But everyone now knows about Xenu there, and they're still. I was gonna put a joke. I'm like, I get it.
I talked to
I get
yeah.
older people. I mean, like, years ago falling into Scientology. But with as much information there is out there now, you can't be new. You can't be a new Scientologist, man. Knowing about Xenu and the volcano.
Yeah, but other religions seem outdated, but I think people just, like, I know, I have family members that are Catholic, like raised Catholic. They will
Right.
tell me they don't believe in God, yet they go to church because they like what's said.
Yeah.
They just like, the scripture.
Right.
But they take it as almost like a motivational speaker.
Right.
Instead of some, you know.
Yeah, but you also Scientology, you got to spend a lot of money.
Oh, the money,
All your money
yeah.
has to go to Scientology.
Yeah.
So you see all this. You know it's a hustle. You know there's no such thing as an alien ship fucking dropping. None of it. None of it's real.
Well, the weird thing about Scientology is they get dirt on you from these like little sessions you have, and then
Yep.
they threaten to
Right.
unleash the dirt if you leave.
Yeah, but I'll be like, dude, I talk about the dirt on stage. What are you going to do to me?
Right.
Yeah, give me your cans. I'll tell you everything. I'll hold the cans in my hand, and I'll fucking tell you everything.
I should do that just for shits and giggles. Just do like a couple low-level Scientology.
You got to
things
put
just
a lot
to
of money in, and you got to sign that contract.
Oh, even the introductory courses.
I did because they're late. They're going to give you the courses for free, so you can build your, up the bridge.
I just want to
And
go
if
to
you
like the
decide
first.
to leave, they hit you with a bill.
I just want to like go like, to the first class. Like Xeno is my homie. Fucking just walk in. Like, I'm ready to start
right on
this
46th
shit.
Street. You know, right? Scientology building on 46th Street in Manhattan. Between
Yeah, I've driven past it before. Yeah.
yeah. I used to walk past it every single day.
I drove past
So-
the one in L.A. when we were out there.
Yeah.
Nah,
Well, it's a good religion. It's good.
I think Jerry Seinfeld said he tried it when he was younger, just for a little bit, but it was too crazy.
Yeah. I mean, again, years ago, you walk in I don't know if you are exposed to all the craziness right off the bat. So, you kind of get into it and then you get brainwashed, right?
Yeah, there's that other thing people pay for. I saw Jerry Seinfeld speak at Sirius Studios.
Yeah.
What's it called? Some sort of meditation that you got to pay a lot of money to learn. Some trans meditation or something.
Okay.
Transcendental meditation. Because me and Chris Johnson went. We thought it was going to be him just being Jerry Seinfeld, the comedian, talking about that.
Right.
But it was Jerry Seinfeld talking about transcendental meditation.
Oh, really?
But they don't talk about it in any way where you kind of get it, because
Right.
you have to pay for like these, like 15 grand to learn.
Really?
And you're like, what the fuck is wrong with? So you have something that helps people, and you're just gonna rape them for cash?
Yeah.
I guess that's where church is better. They're like, hey, we've been around for so long, we got so many billions. Just throw what you can in the basket. We've already got gold castles. Gold castles from ruling the world and killing people for centuries. So
They can't now because there's so much exposure on them. Like, they can't. They now have to do it secretly. It has to be behind closed door. Has to be like, they have to control governments without being vocal about it, because people like us would say something. You know what I mean?
oh, dude, you need to watch Religulous because you like Bill Maher so much. Such a good movie. He's
Yeah.
he's in Vatican City, like talking to a cardinal outside. He's like, so do you believe there's a God? He's like, no.
Right.
He's like, it's just stories. It's just so funny, man. It's just
Well, a lot of the modern day, like Catholics. I mean, I was raised Catholic. I went to Catholic school. I was an altar boy. A lot of the modern Catholics Like there was a Monsignor in my school, old school fucking, like, old school Catholic. But then like you talk to modern Catholic priests, they're a lot more open. They know that you can't be so rigid on some beliefs. You can't like enough trying to sell the fucking walking on water stuff, the bread out of the basket. Just you got to use it as a metaphor because that's what it was to begin with.
No, I've never even had anyone try to sell me on whether that was a real thing. I've never met anybody that insane.
Right. No, when I was in school, Catholic school. I went to Catholic grade school, man. It was not like it wasn't open to interpretation. You know what I mean? This isn't, we're just giving you a little, like, couple of words of wisdom, and you could take them however you want. It was like, this is what happened, motherfucker. We built the ark, bitch. Yeah, we put every animal on there.
Built the ark, bitch.
Yeah. Well, you didn't know that Breaking Bad, Jesse was my religious teacher. We built an ark, bitch. Isn't that right, Badger?
Ever tell you that story about my stepson Justin when he was like probably 6 or 7? Like, because my wife is very atheist. Her parents are atheists. They'd never brought the kids up with any religion.
Right.
So we're driving one day, and Justin's in the back. He was like in a booster seat, and he was talking, but he referenced God. Something about God, and me and Kerry both looked at each other like, where'd he come up with that? Because we never talk about it. We go, Justin, do you believe in God? And he goes, I don't know. I think he's around to help out retarded people. It was just one of the most innocent little kid, just truths that he
simple, innocent.
Yeah, I think if he's around, it's to help out retarded people. That's just that's what my 6-year-old brain is bringing out.
That's funny.
But like, you're looking at this little kid, you're like, that's something he's pondered.
Yeah, right.
So he just blurted it out. It's like
right. Like, that's funny.
It's just hilarious.
That's funny.
Maybe that's who's that? Was it Di Stefano? Mike Di Stefano? Like, what's it all about? Like chocolate milk? Like he asked some like retarded kid.
Oh yeah, was it Di Stefano?
I think it was Mikey D.
Like if you ask a kid, if you ask that kid what life is all about,
he's like chocolate milk, and then you get up to heaven, and it's like it is. Yeah, it's just really been about chocolate milk. I forget what the joke is, but I'm sure Mike Di Stefano on YouTube, that joke is out there somewhere. I just always find that to be funny.
Yeah.
Maybe it is. It's about chocolate milk. Did you see that movie Arrival? The Alien movie? The one that's up for an Oscar?
No. It's good?
I mean, I liked it. People made it was like one of the greatest movies I've ever seen. I didn't find that to be
available now on like.
It's on Nicodi, yeah.
It is?
Yeah,
okay. I'll watch
in good def too, and
okay.
Yeah, no, it's I can't talk about it because you didn't see it, but it's an interesting take on like how you see life.
Okay.
I can't give you any more. I'll ruin the movie.
Yeah, no, we're good.
But so there, put the brakes on that one, and that's Joe's hot movie corner.
I regret even bringing up the idea.
You expected me not to bust your balls about it.
I hope your fucking corner gets fucking run over by a truck. Hope it shows.
Is that a sign? Is that a new sign you're gonna make? Yeah, religion. Watch Religulous. I would discuss that with you. Definitely watch that.
I will.
I'll watch it again because I loved it. I saw it in the theater with Kerry. It was, I thought, done so well.
Yeah, I'll watch it. I mean, it was something that I know came out, a few, 5, 6, 7 years ago, 6 years ago, maybe, right?
Yeah.
And I was going to watch, you're like, oh, I want to watch this. I just never remember to do it.
Yeah. That's
and that's that.
Do you have any good shows this weekend?
What did I have this weekend? I had.
Didn't you go where your soul dies, or was that a different week?
No, Palace was on Friday.
Did your soul die, or did you have a good show?
Didn't die, actually. There was a small crowd, probably only like about 45, 50 people, but they were like a younger crowd.
Okay.
So they were They were good with speed. They were good with like aggression.
Okay.
Yeah, and they weren't like too like old and like they weren't amazing, but they were more fun than most of those crowds there. And then Saturday I was at the Jokers, the one that used to be Jester's.
Okay.
It's now across the street in like a bar and grill / like the bowling alley it's attached to a bowling alley, but you're not like the bar and grill, and then the bar and grill has a side party room. That's where the show is held. But the wall where the banner for the show is, that wall is the bowling alley behind you.
So you hear it when you're on stage?
Yeah, so it's like I was like in a lull. I was like leaning up against the wall, and I hear, and I was like, I just made a 5-6. He just made a 5-6 spare. Can write that down. 5-6 spare.
Oh no! Why would they put it there?
It's not as bad, but like I went with a friend of mine who came up with me, and she was like, until you mentioned it, I never heard it. And she goes, then when there was a lull, you can hear like. And I heard one. I was like, boom. I was like, wow, that guy, he did not make his spare. Just straight up backboard on that. It was like this is like a brick. Mm-hmm. It was fun. It was that, but that was like a good room. They were fun. I had fun because I did material. I did an hour. Like I did some mostly material, but when I did the crowd, like I was in the crowd and was talking to a table full of people. They were so much fun. They let me play with them so well that it was so much fun that other people thought that they were plants.
Yeah, people thought that about that audio I put in last week with the woman hitting on me.
Right.
There was 3 people in the crowd, and when I posted a joke about that, on Facebook, somebody that was in the crowd tagged somebody else, and they go, "See, It wasn't a plant." So people thought there was a plant. You're like, you think I would do that?
Yeah. Because I was like just going off on this whole table, like fun going off, and then it was like they were to the left and to the right, stage right. There was a guy who I was just calling people's profession and what they were. This was like by conversation, I just was saying what they were doing for a living, and like I was nailing it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like there's this one guy, and I was like, he had like one of those kind of hats the old Irish guys wear, like the little Agnes Young kind of hat, whatever, like snaps in the front. He was a guy, probably like 45. I was like an Irish mobster, and I was like, you're like a guy like if I owed money to a bookie, you would like if I had a gambling problem at O'Flanahan's on Sundays, you would be the guy that comes and collects the money. And I'm like, what's your name? He's like, Sean. I was like, shocker. What's your last name? He was like, McConaughey. I'm like, of course it is. You got like, can you get more of a rush of a fucking Irish mobster's name? And then I went to so there's this table full of like family, and I was just talking to the one guy, and he was just really fun and jovial. Like he had like a beard, and like every time I made fun of him, he would just laugh uncontrollably. He liked me to make fun of him. Mm-hmm. And then his like cousin was there, and he was a 22-year-old kid, and I'm like, what's your name? He's like, Rob. And I was like, wow, your parents just wanted you to have like one syllable name just to make it simple for you, because he just seemed very dumb. He's like, everyone just laughed at him. I was like, my name is Rob. I'm like, you're his girlfriend? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, what do you do for a living? She's like, I drive buses. And I'm like, oh, you're a school bus driver. I'm like, oh, that's where you met Rob. Like, I get it. Like, get it, Rob. Rob's one of your students. You drive around. And he's like, I turn away. He's like, she's a race car driver too. And I was like, did somebody just say race car driver? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, I feel like we're like at a 8-year-old's birthday party. Like, that's a race car driver. Like, talking about? You got a girlfriend who drives a bus and a race car driver? So that was like 10 minutes of just material they gave me. It was just so much fun.
That's nice, man.
It was so much fun.
Guess your occupation. You can get a booth at the county fair this summer. Fucking.
Guess occupations and like fucking. I was nailing like some stuff. Like just like I was like, dude, what? This guy's name was Walter. I was like, Walter, you were just like hanging out with his family because I didn't see his wife with him. I'm like, just like every day, just Walter's in your garage just hanging out, and they laughed. They were like, "Yeah, he's always." I'm like, "Just Walter's. What's Walter doing?" He's fixing my rims. Like, just that's what Walter does. I find out what do you do for a living? He's a mechanic. Like, fucking, you know what I'm saying? He just looked like the kind of guy who would be hanging out in the garage.
Right. Yeah.
That's what he does.
Big man hands, all fucking.
Yeah,
all
I didn't even
corroded.
see his hand. You just tell, like, I don't know, he just looked like that kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
big-eared and just jovial as fuck. Anything I made fun of him, he just could not stop laughing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's fun. That's fun, man. How about you? Did you have any shows? Did you have a fundraiser?
I did a
Saturday?
fundraiser at the Elks Lodge, actually in my town, like a quarter mile up the street.
Okay.
And we walk in. It was me, Gordon, Baker Bone, Ritu, and Don McCloskey, the comedian. He books it and he does
comedian?
the comedian and / booker of the show.
Don McCloskey, the comedian.
He listens to this, so he's gonna find this very funny.
No, but I'm saying, like, you said it like as if I was like, what do you mean, the flute player? Like, who else would be on your fucking comedy show, Joe?
I don't know.
Didn't even know there was what's his name?
Don
Don what?
Michalowski.
Michalowski. Okay.
I think that's how you pronounce it. It looks like that's how you pronounce it,
All right.
but I could be doing that wrong. Sorry, Don.
But you said it as if there was another more famous Don McCloskey in a different.
Well,
career.
we
Wait
don't
a
know
minute.
any Dons. So if I
Author?
go, it was me, Gordon, Ritu, Don, wouldn't the next thing be Don who?
No. It would, you would have been Don McCloskey, and I would have been like, oh, is he?
Oh, you're saying because
he?
I said the comedian.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The comedian Don McCloskey. You said the comedian Don McCloskey, as if I was
said
going
the
to say.
comedian first?
You said Don McCloskey, the comedian Don McCloskey. You said it twice, his name. As if I would have been like, what? The auditor? Who's coming with you? I might have said, oh, I don't know him. I would have never asked, what does he do?
Yeah.
That was Mike's hot mic corner.
That was another mic. Short mic, hot cornered mic of rage.
What do you have going on this week?
I didn't finish telling the story about that.
Oh, I thought you were done.
We got
I'm sorry.
caught up.
Go. I'm sorry. You're right. You're right. My bad.
What else you got going on there?
That was I was a really short Joe's corner. My bad.
No, we can end it. Nothing really happened.
No. You're right. I didn't.
No, it was a good. It was a good show. We walk in as all old people, like very old people. So we're all very
Right.
paranoid that this is going to be a tough. And Don went up to not which Don I'm talking about.
The comedian.
The comedian.
Yeah.
Don went up to just give them like we're going to start in 15 minutes, and they gave him zero attention. So we're like,
Oh, yeah.
they don't even want that.
Right.
But Gordon went up to host. They shut up. It was one of the greatest crowds I've ever performed for in my life.
Wow.
Like, I mean, literally,
that, folks. That took a turn.
it did. I was up there at
I don't know
45
how many
minutes. I
people
had
saw
to get
that.
off because they wanted. I was just having so much fun.
Did you close it out?
I closed it out. I think it was one of my best. I mean, I hate to say like good things about myself, but I felt like it was one of my. It was one of my. I felt like it was one of my best
I hate to
shows.
say good things about myself.
No, I always hate that. I don't like to. Listen. They were fun. I was having a good time. It was just like everything
I
you
hate to
wanted
give
to
a
be.
hint that I have self-esteem, but it was fun.
It was
How many people?
90 to 100 people.
Go again.
Oh, did your earbuds come out? 90 to 100 people.
Oh,
I'd say.
nice.
Yeah, but the funny part of that was after the show, and I posted about it, and I think it would be a good idea for a CD bonus track because it happens
Right.
a lot. Drunk people coming up to retell a joke of mine that they loved.
Right.
It's just so like I'm like I need to just have my recorder ready for when these motherfuckers come
So,
up
like,
to me.
at the end of the show, they come up with, like, I love that thing about you.
It goes like this.
And
He
then it's
goes,
off.
this guy comes up to me. He's like, dude, that was so good. He's like, are we thinking this was going to be a shitty show?
Right.
It is so everybody. It's just from beginning to end so good. And you, man, when you're gay and you're cold and cold and gay, and then you with your friends at the bus and you're cold and it's gay. It's good. It's so funny, man. And when you're gay, right? Are you gay? I'm like, no. It's like, yeah. It's so good. You're just like, that was the greatest retelling of that joke. But like, I'd love to just have my track list, and then have like a bonus track list of those same title words, but told by drunk man.
Right.
Because
you should just keep your recorder running until after the show, because you never know what people will say to you.
I think I'm going to, especially when people are coming up to me. I could spot the drunks coming right up to me. Just
right.
Their eyes are looking every which way, but they're coming straight at you.
Yeah.
Like, all right, record.
Just keep it on. Like, I always keep, like, by accident. I don't do it on purpose, but I always forget to turn my recorder off until like 30 minutes after the show.
Oh, okay.
I'm always like I'll look and I go, oh, that's been running still.
So, like, a lot of times at the end of your recordings, you just hear you get into a car going, fuck my life.
Yeah, most of them.
Yeah.
Kind of horse shit am I following up there? What kind of horse shit am I following up there? But we went to, I was at that Joker's, and we were talking about everybody's done with politics, and it's so true. And I don't talk about politics on stage. I want to have fun. I want to enjoy myself.
That's how I feel.
And the owner of Joker's was like, I'm going to do some pro-Trump stuff. You all right with that, you liberal fuck? Like, to me? And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to be in the room for you anyhow. So, you know what I'm saying?
I didn't know he was a comedian.
No, he's not. No, he's just warming up the crowd.
Oh, okay.
Now, I wasn't in the room, and so I have no idea how bad it went. But I think Miguel, the owner, was saying how last week someone said something about, any which way politics. He wasn't even saying if it was left or right. He just, like, in the room just went fuck. Like, it went down, and the guy took him 30 minutes to get them back to happy again. And it's like people were like throwing. Oh, he was a guy with a guitar was singing, and people were throwing lemons at him to shut the fuck up about politics.
Right.
Like, so I was just thinking, like, I don't know how bad it was, but I know the room was not electric until I got on stage.
Oh, you were the first comic?
I was the second comic. There was another guy on between him and me.
Oh, and it wasn't electric for him either?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No. But I don't know why, because I wasn't in the room.
Right.
I don't know if he did politics or if it was just like I don't know.
Yeah, I spoke about Trump a little bit on stage, just here and there, but it's just like
it's not worth it, because I think
it's not even about. It's just
Trump.
Silly stuff.
I know, but I think even saying the word about anything just makes people think, oh, here we go. And then, like, even if we don't go there, you're like, oh, fuck. Like, I just think people don't want to hear. I don't mention it at all. I
didn't do it on Saturday. Well, actually, they warned Booker to tell us not to talk about Trump.
Good.
And I said, what's a fundraiser? People want to have a good time. This isn't a nightclub where you're trying. Right. It's just it's people raising money for a charity. Why we got to get divisive?
Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean? But
yeah, that's road. Like, road, when you're on the road and you're doing like a room, people came out to enjoy the night, especially if they don't know you. If you are like a Bill Maher, we know what we're getting.
Right.
So I came to hear what you have to say about this. If you're a political comic, I know what I'm going to get. But if you're just a people coming out to support a comedy show, even at a club that they just came out for the night and they have no idea who the headliner is, if you're going to subject them to some political stuff, you're probably going to alienate half the crowd, because there's no way you got lucky enough to get everyone on page. They don't know who you are.
Right. Well, Bill Maher spoke about that. He had that trouble coming up when he didn't have a name.
Right.
Because he's like, the week before they had a fucking impressionist juggler. And then he's like, but I do politics, but they don't know me.
Right.
And it's just to win over a whole crowd.
Yeah, exactly.
It's impossible.
How lucky do you think you are? You got to get everyone like 180 liberals in your room. You know what I'm saying? Like unless they know what they're coming for.
Yeah.
Or the other way around. How many people you think you're going to get 100, Republicans in the room unless they know they're coming to support fucking, what's his name? The other, Dennis Miller.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Hold on.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, that's that.
That does that.
And that's that. Hour and a half. Nice.
What do you got going on this week coming up?
This week, Wednesday night, I'm going down to PA to be on this show called The Lolo Show, some radio show.
Okay. That's tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night.
And I wish I would have known. I mean, I did know it, but I wish I would have went with you. What time are you going down?
I don't know. I was going to see what the traffic's going to be like. If you want to take a ride, take a ride.
Yeah, because I'm going to hang out by Ritu. Give her some help with some jokes. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But she's down off of 78, down at Berkeley Heights.
Okay.
Maybe I go way down. We can meet up somewhere.
Yeah, you can hop in my car and we'll go. And then we'll go get a cheesesteak or something after.
Yeah, don't you tease me.
What was it? Then Friday, I'm doing a Actually, it's open to the public. This fundraiser in Scotch Plains at St. Bart's. If you go on my Facebook wall, there's information on how to get tickets for that. Saturday, I'll be up in Rhode Island at Arias Lounge. And Sunday, I got back-to-back privates. I'm doing one, then running to another. I got two.
On Sunday?
Yes, I got a second show. I just got texted yesterday. Hey, can you leave that show and go to another show down a few towns over? I'm like, do I have to stay at that second show? He's like, no, just warm up the crowd and leave. I'm like, done.
Nice. Couple extra shekels.
Couple extra shekels. And that's that. That's where I'm at.
Nice.
What about you?
I am in Warwick on Friday. I'm in Warwick, New York at a place called Shit.
That's a bad name for a comedy club.
It's a restaurant. No,
it's called Shit.
Silvio's Villa. It's in Warwick, New York.
Mm-hmm. Where's Warwick?
It's upstate a little bit, not that far.
Very good directions.
Well, if you say upstate, it's like up 87.
Okay.
Up that way. It's not that far up. I don't believe Warwick is that far up.
Mm-hmm.
Probably up close to where I was this past Saturday. And on Saturday, I will be at a place called Pegasus Restaurant in Coxsackie, New York.
Oh yeah, I remember driving past those Coxsackie signs when I was heading up to
Albany that way
and stuff.
Yeah.
I remember seeing Coxsackie. And you just you're 10. You're like,
yeah.
Coxsackie.
Someone said, "Oh, you got to make fun of Coxsackie's name when you get there." I'm like,
I'm sure every comic since that sign got put up.
Yeah, no, since they named it.
Yeah.
Since General Coxsackie named the town back in 1702. They're like, ha, Coxsackie.
Yeah. Hey, hold on a second.
Oh.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
I had to take this call. I was going to play this audio for you this week, but I'm not allowed to until the thing airs, legally.
Okay.
I was tasked, people know I do TV production, and I had to produce a rap song about recycling, right? Now,
you didn't do any part of the rapping.
Well, no. Well, check this out. Because we had these other people that weren't rappers. I had to make them rappers in my studio.
Right.
But before we could do that, I had to rap with the track to lay a reference track. So I have a rap. I have an audio of me rapping about recycling. The song's not like what I did. All the lyrics remain the same. We wound up producing a little different,
right, with
the real one. But I'll air that one day when I'm allowed to.
Okay, you're gonna air your tracks.
My tracks. You don't care about the other. No. Though I gotta tell you, I'm getting kudos for my producing because I was doing some layers with the voice.
Right.
When I show you this rap video, because I never made a rap video.
No.
And on recycling, so it's very tough. So it's it's pretty funny for like the people that know these people. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I was just proud of myself for directing, not only directing a music video, rap video, which I direct all the time, but producing a rap song.
Right. Yeah.
Was just unbelievable to me that I pulled it off.
That's awesome.
I mean, I could send it to you privately, but as far as the podcast,
now I want to hear it. Can we?
I can't air it until February.
All right. So when it comes out, I don't want to hear it. I want to hear it live
On the podcast
with the people in the podcast.
Well, no, it's funny because when I was doing the track, I was just because I knew it was gonna be 3 different people, so I kept trying during the 3 verses. I kept trying to make myself sound different. You know what I mean? So a couple of them I sound like Cypress Hill.
Oh, got it. Oh, yeah, definitely.
And then in the in betweens, I was throwing in doing like all this stuff. Like I was really getting into it, man. I was in the studio with my headphones, like bopping. I sent it to my nieces, and my brothers, and my stepson. And they were dying. They were dying. Justin goes, Joe, you have some skills, I have to say. I'm like, I go, I've surprised myself all the time, buddy. I had no idea I could rap.
That's awesome.
But no, I had to break, so I take a phone call about that, because that's a project I'm working on now, and the guy who I'm making it for needed to tell me some stuff that he wanted done with it. But anyway, I think we were I forgot where we left off. Dates for you?
Saki, I think is what.
Saki. Go to MikeGaffneyLive.com.
Yes, go to MikeGaffneyLive.com. I think that's it. I mean, that's it for me. I don't think I'm anywhere during the week. I don't think I'm anywhere to like Thursday or Fridays. I mean, Thursday night, so Friday, Saturday.
Friday and Saturday. All right, people, there you go. JoeFernandez.net, MikeGaffneyLive.com. Thanks for listening. Thanks for downloading. You've been listening to All in Our Heads.